is time for Duel 90.
Wow, that one line hurts my throat that badly. Should not do that again. At least not in that way. Anyway, guys, welcome. I'm using Starter Deck 2013 in this duel. The cards were placed on the end a few days ago, and I decided to give it a try. In this duel, Starter Deck 2013 is a little different from the other Starter Decks, because they have 40 cards main deck usually, and then a few extra deck cards. Starter Deck 2013 has 40 main deck cards, and then Utopia and Utopia Ray in extra deck. But with this starter deck, you get two. I think it's two Starter Deck 2013 boosters, and you can get a total of 15 cards out of that. But you always get Hope Ray V or Utopia Ray V and Limited Barion's Force in those, and then you have the chance of getting 13 others. I have decided to play with all of the cards you can get, so that's why my deck is 49 in size. Because there's cards in this deck like Kuro, and that card isn't really able to do anything except just be on the field without Shining Elf, which is the only rank 2 Xyz in this deck. And Shining Elf you get from the extra packs. I have decided of one card, Gumbara Lancer, to not put that in the deck, because for its effect you need another Gumbara Lancer, which I do not have. If you just have one of each card, which I went with. And second, besides Hope Ray V, there's no other rank 5 Xyz in this deck, and it's very unlikely that I'll be able to get 3 rank 5s out. Like maybe double Gumbara Lancer and then Gagaga Magician it would need to be. But I decided to go with just one of each card that you can get in the pack, so no Gumbara Lancer, the rest of the cards are all in the deck. Now my opponent is using a really interesting deck as well. He told me later on in the duel it's like a puppet deck, but remastered somehow. And I'm thinking of how to beat him, and I don't really know because I'm drawing into that good cards. Actually, I have some cards that I could definitely use. I have Limited Barion's Force with which I can go to Hope Ray V. That makes me think of something. I wouldn't have minded if there was another rank 4 Xyz in this deck, because there's quite a few times where you go into Utopia and then you have options for one, maybe even 2 more rank 4s, because that is sort of the main focus of the deck. There's rank 3s in there as well, and a few cards that can go into rank 2, Magical Undertaker, Crow, but the rest most of it is rank 4 focus, and then Utopia and then Utopia Ray V. So I wouldn't have minded if there was another rank 4, but okay, Utopia is guaranteed to be in there, and you need to be lucky that you get Granosaurus or number 30 Acid Golem from the other packs, because otherwise the rank 3s won't be able to do much either, because it's just Utopia and Utopia Ray. Now here I decide to summon Gumbara Knight and then special summon Kage Tokage, getting rid of my Source of Blazing Light. It does give him 500 life points for Mysterious Puppeteer, but then I am able to summon Utopia. Levrion, Gumbara Knight, Kage Tokage o Overlay. Nitai Monster de Overlay Network o Kochiku. Xyz Shokan. Arawario, numbers 39. 希望オープンマジックカードリミテッド、ランクアップマジックリミテッドバリアンスフォースを発動混沌のしぶらかり合う勇気を戒め解き放ち悪魔のなりで闇の打ち晴れ降臨せよ希望ホープレイ V Hope Ray V no Monster Koka Hatsudo! Destroying Emperor Sem, dealing some damage, equipping a Xyz unit for some 1,000 more power, and attacking into Mysterious Puppeteer so he doesn't get any more life points. Ikuzo! Hope Ray V! I was actually afraid that he might have a trap card that could stop me, but I was like, I'm taking the risk. And that worked, yes. Now he has the calculator left, but it only has 600 attack, so I don't really have to be afraid of that. But he tributes it and goes into this Archfiend guy, Skull Archfiend of Lightning, which is the Archfiend version of Summon Skull. And then he uses Puppet Plants to take over my monster. Yeah, now I'm calculating, because I know I have Mirror Force and I could destroy both, but I kind of want to keep Hope Rate V, and Puppet Plant does give the monster back at the end phase. No, at the end of the turn. So I'm like, okay, wait. Hope Rate V. Equipped with Xyz unit, 3600. Skull Archfiend of Lightning, 25. That equals 6100 life points. I'll survive it and take back Hope Rate V. And the reason I'm not calling it Utopia Rate V is just because I'm used to that from the anime. I call him Utopia mostly, but as soon as you go into its evolutions, Utopia Ray V, then I'll usually call it Hope Ray and Hope Ray V, just because of the anime. I'm just used to it. Right, I do take a lot of damage, but I do get my Utopia Ray V back, which I really wanted. And now I'm taking another risk, using its effect in Skull Archfiend of Lightning. I could have also used it on a face-down monster, destroy that, because then you do still destroy a monster and inflict damage, because you can target any monster, not just face up with Hope Rate V. And then I could attack Skull Archfiend of Lightning for 1100 damage, but I decided not to do that and take a risk. I still am not sure if that was the right choice or not, but I did take the risk, go for Skull Archfiend of Lightning. If he would have rolled a 1, 3, or 6, Hope Rate V would have been dead and I would have lost the duel right there. But that didn't happen, so I still have my Hope Rate V, dealt a lot of damage to him, and now I'm attacking this monster. Now, look at this. I dealt 2500 damage to him. Would I have used Hope Rate V on the monster on the left? That would have been 1400 damage. I would have attacked Skull Archfiend of Lightning with Hope Rate V. 1100 would have also equaled 2500 damage, and he wouldn't have been able to summon Wall of Illusion. I haven't seen that card in a while either. I remember using that card quite a bit in my old decks. I actually have a real copy of this card. I also remembered it to be very useful in quite a lot of duels back in the day. Now it's not that useful anymore, so that's why almost no one runs it. But I still have good memories with Wall of Illusion. And I always had trouble like getting around it, but I always had some ways. So I didn't really mind facing it. Now here he takes my Hope Rate V, and I'm like, no. But then I'm like, wait a sec. Mind Control makes him unable to attack, so Hope Rate V can't actually attack. And I'm still getting it back in the end phase, unless he like does something with it, like Thunder Judger. Only Wall of Illusion can attack, but I'm like, okay, Call of the Haunted, Kage to Kage. You can't beat it. I'm still fine. So that's a good thing. But look what he does now. This is a very, very smart move. He has one spell card left. Hammer Shot. Destroys monster on the field with a high attack position monster on the field with the highest attack. Unlike Smashing Ground and Fissure and stuff, Hammer Shot looks at both fields, so that can work against you if you control the strongest monster. This works perfectly in his advantage, because this destroys Hope Rate V, so that I don't get it back. And Hope Rate V has a second effect, besides the effect that when it has Utopia as an Xyz material, you can destroy a monster, deal damage. When Utopia Rate V is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can add an Xyz monster from your graveyard back into the extra deck. But that is only when it's sent from the from its owner's field to the owner's graveyard. And since the card was on his field when it was destroyed, the effect doesn't activate. And that's going to be sort of painful for me, because I really wouldn't have minded Utopia back in my extra deck, because it would have given me some options later on in this duel with some cards, and I would have had some cool moves to play. Now these next, I believe, 2 turns for both of us are just going to be like set some cards and don't really do much. No, not too much anyway. I think he is going to summon something and attack. But we're not going to do too much until I play a specific card. He does play Lightning Vortex to try and destroy Kage to Kage to attack again. And I'm like, no. I do have Mirror Force to like stop his incoming attack, but then after that, the turn after, if I don't draw into something that I can summon or set, I'm done for. So I decided to use Dark Bribe here, give him another card, which he sets. I set Dust Tornado. He flips summons Emperor Sim and attacks it to Kage. I'm like, wait, this is only just one monster. Ego Boost is helpful here. I'm not going to use Mirror Force, I'm going to keep that for later. Ego Boost gives Kage 1,000 extra attack, beating Emperor Sem by 800 points, so that's 1,800 life points for him, so I'm getting there. I kind of want to attack with Kage on this set monster to see what it is, but I really cannot take any risks in attacking because I only have 200 life points. If he would have just had 300 or more defense, 1,300 or more defense points, I would have been done for because I only have 200 life points. Now, here I have double or nothing. That's a card that was also in the 2011 starter deck, the original starter deck, which is just there to be used with the original Utopia's effects. Like, you attack, you negate your own attack, use double or nothing, double your attack to 5,000, and then deal out a big hit. Here he plays Morphing Jar. I chain Dust Tornado to destroy a card, and also to set one card from my hand because I might be able to use it later. Now I draw into quite a few good cards. Xyz effect to, well, destroy something upon Xyz summon. Gagaga Kid. I haven't actually used this card very much, but I like Gagaga Kid for the fact that if you take Gagaga Magician and make it any level, like 6 for example, and then play Gagaga Kid to copy to special summon itself and then copy that level, then you can just Xyz summon into, in this case, number 6 Chronomelee Atlantis. I haven't actually been able to pull that off because every time I draw Gagaga Kid, I never draw Magician, and every time I draw Magician, I never draw Gagaga Kid. I did, in the previous duel I had before this one, I did draw Gagaga Gardener and Gagaga Kid, but I already had summoned Utopia, so there was no real reason. So the only option I still had to win in that duel was to draw into Magician and then Gagaga Kid into Atlantis. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. Now look at this. He summons Phantom of Chaos, copies the Calculator's effect, which puts him at 4,800 attack. He does Creature Swap, giving me Morphing Jar, giving him Kage, so he's actually at 5,400 attack points with the Calculator, but too bad for him, I still have my Mirror Force. Yeah. And since Mirror Force doesn't target, Skull Archfiend of Lightning cannot try to stop and negate it. So Skull Archfiend of Lightning and Phantom of Chaos have hereby been destroyed. An unfortunate thing, he does still have Wall of Illusion and Kage that I need to get past before I can do much. Now, I have Marauding Captain, which can really summon any of the monsters in my hand. And then I have Mystical Elf for level 4, Gagaga Kid. I really want to draw into Gagaga Magician here, because that would, like, give me a really good advantage. And then it would have allowed me to play Gagaga Revenge as well. Now, I could have just played Gagaga Kid here and then play, so I could use Gagaga Revenge later, but if I summon Gagaga Kid that way, you can only use it for rank 2 Xyzes, and the only rank 2 Xyz I have here is Shining Elf, which isn't the strongest rank 2 out there. I really want to keep Gagaga Kid for when I get Gagaga Magician, which I unfortunately don't get, so I summon Kuro. Level 80, Kuro. Metamora Potto Overlay. Nitaya Monster de Overlay Network Kochiku. Xyz Shokan. Aru Shine Elf. Now, Shine Elf, a rank 2 Xyz that you don't see very often, but it is in this deck, so I'm using it, and I'm actually going to be able to use its effect. He does try to use Bottomless Trapple to banish it, but I have Gagaga Shield, and Shining Elf, to my surprise, actually was a spellcaster. I thought it was Fairy. But it's a spellcaster, so I'm able to use Gagaga Shield. And he has Ordeal of a Traveler. Now I have to pick one random card in his hand. There's only one card. And I have to guess what card it is, monster, spell, or trap. If I get it right, attack continues. If I don't, monster returns to my hand. I use this in... I think this was in my Final Countdown 2011 deck. I do get it right, a monster Tardior, because if it would have been a spell, he would have likely used it already, and if it would have been a trap, he would have likely set it already, so I assumed that it was a monster, and I was right. Now here he summons Tardy Orc, which I then weaken using Shining Elf's effect, detaching one Xyz material to lower its attack power by 500. But in his hand, he holds the key to beating me, unfortunately. I had some options left. A Unicorn Spear with Utopia, which I could have used with Utopia Ray. Moronic Captain, Gaga Kid. I really would have loved to get Gaga Magician here and to go into Atlantis or something else. But it was a really fun duel. I had a lot of fun doing this. And the Star Deck 2013 is a lot of fun to play with. I like it quite a bit more than the 2011 one because there's just too many times where I'm like, this is a dead draw, this is a dead draw. You don't get this as often here. I feel more comfortable with this deck. I like it more. So thank you guys for watching. This was Duel 90, Star Deck 2013 against some puppet deck that was remastered and changed, and I really liked it. Thank you, Pokerhand, for the duel. I know that you'll be watching this duel. I hope you like to watch it, see my side of the story, to hear my strategies and what I thought of it. And I'll be seeing you guys in Duel 91. Now, I did promise to do that Yu-Gi-Oh discussion about that promo card that I wanted to do, but I cannot remember what the promo card's name is, and I cannot remember what the promo set name is either. So I'm trying to look it up on the Yu-Gi-Oh wiki so I can actually discuss it, but I can't find it because I don't remember the name or the set name, which is kind of annoying. But I'll keep on working on that, and you'll see it at some point, either tomorrow or next week, because I do have test week this week. Started last week Friday, well, yesterday on Friday, and continuing up to including Thursday. But yeah, that is for later. I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.